A question we get asked a lot is, which plays should I run first? Here is a helpful framework to determine what is most strategic for where you are right now. The first category to think about is, are you signal rich or are you enterprise? A signal rich company may have a product that's self-serve or a PLG, product-led growth motion. You may have a lot of inbound. Maybe your founder posts actively to LinkedIn and you have a lot of website traffic and visitors that are performing a lot of activities that you can action on. In contrast, an enterprise product may not have a self-serve motion, and they might only be able to show you the product if you book a demo request with their sales team. They may be an early stage startup that hasn't even spun up outbound yet, or a combination of those things. Let's start with what to do if you're a signal rich company. If you're signal rich, the number one thing is to prioritize your signals. I would start with bottom of the funnel and work your way top of the funnel. What are the signals closer to the bottom of the funnel that determine that a company is demonstrating true buying intent? What are some of the signals right before a demo request booking? Maybe they're starting to get close to using up all their seats or licenses. Maybe they're close to using up all of their usage packages they've purchased. Maybe they started trialing one of your enterprise only offerings. So I would prioritize the most enterprisey bottom of the funnel signals and put in outbound plays to action on those first. Then I would move up the funnel. What are folks that are in the middle of your funnel? They already know about you because they've been following you on LinkedIn. They've been visiting all your webinars. They've been coming to customer events. And what can you do to action on them and bring them further down the funnel? And then last but not least, obviously, prioritize your top of funnel signals. When you're signal rich, you have a prioritization problem. So to get to value faster, you have to pick the signals that convert the best, the things that the top sellers in your company are already doing, but just manually put in automations in place to run that and then expand upwards and outwards. In contrast, if you're enterprise only and or early stage, the first thing you have to do is called list building. You have to build your list of target accounts that you want to go after, or find your list of in-market buyers for your product or service. To build your list of target accounts, I recommend thinking about where you want to be in the next year and who are the dream accounts and companies for your product or service. Then put that list together. It should be 20, 50, maybe 100 accounts. If you have capacity for more, go for it. But categorize those lists of accounts in terms of tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and then work backwards to figure out who your ICP is at those accounts and what is the message you want to share with them to reach out to them. And then use Unify to implement those plays. A second way you can build on your list building as an enterprise company is to buy buyer intent data. Typically, enterprise companies would use Zoom Info for this. You can also use Apollo. There's a lot of providers for buyer intent data, but if you have a well-defined ICP, there's some good data there to see if it's in market for you. That's a good way to start to work that list with automated outbound plays. Now, since you don't have inbound, you want to build your inbound in the long term so that, like the signal rich companies, you have signals to action on. Just because your product is not self-serve doesn't mean you shouldn't have inbound. You can still create inbound through content, a LinkedIn presence, paid advertisements. So build out your inbound portfolio and then direct those people to your website and then action on them the same way that you would a signal rich company. Either way, whether you're signal rich or enterprise, Unify is your system of action for running all of your outbound plays. Whether they're people already visiting your website that know about you or net new accounts in your defined territory that you've never reached out to before that need to hear about you for the first time. I hope this is a helpful framework for determining how to get started, and see you in the next video.